victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. Today, look around America. We see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it.
This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents the People Before Politics show, the news with the black point of view.
Yes. February 2nd, you are watching Black Westchester Presents the People Before Politics radio show. I am AJ Woodson, along with my partner in crime, Damon K. Jones. Welcome to the show. It's my birthday weekend.
That's right, man. Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday.
My birthday's officially Wednesday. Going to be the big 5'9".
Oh, man, that's it. That's it.
Big 5'9". Yeah. But this should be a really, really, really big year. So, you know what I mean? I want to give a quick shout out to my man, T-Money from MTV. MTV Raps. He had me on his podcast. We recorded it yesterday. Should be coming out sometime soon. Really great conversation on hip hop, Long Island hip hop, and the whole nine. And they got a great Damon. Their setup is ridiculous. The studio, I don't know what they pay to use that studio, but that studio is ridiculous. All kinds of cameras. While you're there, you're looking at the screen. You're looking at the 3-4 screens of the. There was three of us, so we each had our own screen, and then there was the group shot, and I was just like, you get to see all that. It was great. I was like,
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So shout out to T-Money and the whole crew down there. The T-Money podcast joint. That's what he calls it. So, that was good. And, with Black History Month and Women's History Month, I'm setting up all my books.
Happy Black History Month, everybody. This might be the last Black History Month we're going to celebrate for 4 years, man.
Shout out to Kenya Adams, who said, good evening, my good brother. Happy birthday, my brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Yeah. This might be the last Black History Month. Y'all better enjoy it.
So it is never more important to celebrate Black history than it is. Y'all need to celebrate it loud and proud. Really celebrate it, not just, really celebrate it. Celebrate, whatever's going on.
No, you gotta know.
Else?
Also, you gotta know our history. You just can't be
that's
Black History Month, and you don't even know Black history.
Yeah. It's a lot of us.
One thing you know is Puffy's locked up, and 50 Cent and 50 Cent and Big Meech got a beef now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, bro.
They were good.
It
was all good just a week ago.
Because he's rocking with Rick Ross. So 50.
50's right. Meech is rocking with Rick Ross.
He's starting
That's funny because they was extorting him in the early days because he kept using Big Meats in all their names and BMF's name and their records, and everywhere there was a BMF. Dude couldn't do a show unless he had to. They was extorting him a little bit in the beginning. It wasn't safe. It wasn't safe for him to go.
He was extorting Big Raw.
Yeah, because he was running. He had the record. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, and he was talking about BMF and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Yo, dude, you don't rock with us like that." And he was getting fame off their name, like, you know what I'm saying? It was a. I don't know the whole story. I know it was a problem for a minute though, and he couldn't go to some cities. It was a problem for a minute. I don't know what happened. Somebody might got paid off something. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Oh, so you talked about Diddy. So they January 30th, they did a revision in the indictment and added more charges. And if convicted, he could do life in jail.
Jesus Christ, he's done.
And the indictment include paying off the hotel worker $10,000 for that videotape for Cassie. That's in there. Some kidnapping, some other stuff, some drug related stuff. I was like,
nah, he's never coming home. And this is
But Trump said he gonna pardon him. So
Trump ain't pardoning no P. Diddy, bro.
He pardoned him and Eric Adams. He pardoned both of them.
They probably can pardon Eric because Eric's case is really weak.
Well, Eric's case might not see the light of day. Eric's case might get canceled.
Yeah. Eric's case, from the people that I talk to, I haven't talked to Eric, but the people I talk to around Eric, that I know that his case is weak. Whatever the guy, Damien, whatever his name is, it's a very weak case. It's a very weak case. And what hurts people with weak cases is that you have to spend so much money in legal fees, just to defend yourself. And that's the messed up thing about, and people that were watching the confirmations, even with the head of the DOJ and even Cash Patel, how they weaponize, the court system. You can't say it one way because Joe Biden pardoned his whole family because he said that the court system was weaponized that he was president of. So I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't understand that logic. But he couldn't do a blanket.
Jon Stewart had the best take. Jon Stewart from The Daily Show had the best take on presidential pardons. He was like, "Yo, don't hate the player, hate the founding fathers. The founding fathers gave him the right, the presidential right to do pardons as he see fit, whoever the president is."
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So while I might not agree, like people might not agree with the people that's being pardoned. That's the power that the president was given. So you can't hate the player.
No, yeah. I'm not. I'm just bringing up the bullshit.
No, I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying people that got a problem. That's the power given to the president. In the
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my thing about pardons. If you did nothing wrong, why are you taking a pardon? If Fauci didn't do anything wrong, why did he take the pardon? If the January 6th committee chairs, which that's what he gave the pardons to, if they didn't do nothing wrong in the January 6th investigation, why are you taking the pardons? Taking a pardon is still a admission of guilt. Because if you did do nothing wrong, why are you getting a pardon for something? If you ain't doing nothing wrong.
We have seen people that didn't do nothing wrong that have had the justice system come after them.
And no. Hey, listen, no, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Doing nothing wrong does not stop an investigation from coming after you.
Well, I mean, it goes both ways, right? So the whole thing is, at the end of the day, don't start none, won't be none. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the only thing,
when nobody be talking about this shit, if you ain't trying to put this put this man, orange-haired man, in jail for the last 4 years. We wouldn't even have this. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Only thing I have to say is like the pardon that Biden. You can't be against pardons and then the pardon he
Oh,
pardoned
that's
his
just a
son
bunch of hypocrisy.
and he pardoned
Exactly.
a bunch of people. So I mean, you either can't have it both ways. Either you're against pardons all around, or the president have the right to pardon who he wants to pardon, and that's. I
Right.
mean, I don't have to agree. Like it's not a matter of if I agree with the people that was pardoned. That's a debate we could have. Should these people have been pardoned? We could have that debate all day, and everybody's going to have their feel on both sides of it. Republicans going to feel one way. These people shouldn't have been pardoned. Joe son shouldn't have been pardoned. The Democrats going to feel that January 6th and all of them people shouldn't have been pardoned. But that is the power of the presidency as it stands right now,
No.
and
No.
that's the
It's like,
bottom line. So
but,
like we say about we get mad at sometimes you get mad at the DA or somebody like that. They're defending the laws that are on the books at the time. If you got a problem, you don't have a problem with the DA. You got a problem with the law. You know what I'm saying? And the law has to be changed. So that's we
the DA can use the law against you.
yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no. I got you. No, I got
the
you.
DA.
I got you.
My only problem with Joe Biden, and after watching, I didn't get it until I watched Jesse Jackson Jr. was talking about that. It should have been a blanket pardon from the 1994 crime bill with all nonviolent people. I know he pardoned a few people. He pardoned that sister Kimba that wrote the book that was really the face of nonviolent felons being caught up in the crime bill. Now he pardoned her, but even like Jesse Jackson was hoping that it'd be like an emancipation pardoning, that all nonviolent felons would be pardoned. And I think to right the wrong from the 1992 crime bill, and when anybody
So
brings up
all non
violent felons,
non-violent felons that were from that were arrested
absolutely,
within that bill. No.
absolutely,
You
yeah.
didn't say that part. You just said all non-violent.
Yeah. All nonviolent felons from the 1992 crime bill. I'm gonna make
Right.
that make it clear so people
Before
understand what I'm saying.
somebody send that clip of just you saying that all
Right.
non-violent felons.
All nonviolent felons from the 1990. Well, I mean, anybody smart. It's only on federal level. So all nonviolent felons from the 1990 that got caught up in the 1992 crime bill, and we know it was hundreds and thousands of them. Right? He should have just pardoned because he was the voice of that bill. I really don't care. You could go pull it up. He was the voice and the sponsor, and he was proud about being the sponsor of the bill. So,
Everybody was proud of that. The Congressional Black Caucus, everybody was proud of that bill at the time.
because we got caught.
Of the era, it was the era, the crack era that took over.
But
This was at another level.
We got caught. We got caught. I was in the National Black Police Association. Ron Hampton and all of them was screaming loud and clear, but we didn't have social media back then. That this bill was going to do that much damage to the black community. Black law enforcement,
unintentional damage. Yeah.
Black law enforcement, they were screaming, but it wasn't shit. We barely had cell phones in 1992.
So what we do is we demand something. Something needed to be done because of the crack era. So we demanded that they do something, and we wasn't specific in what we wanted, and they did what they did. And every time we go, we demand something like this done. We're never specific in what we want done. So they be like, "Oh yeah, we'll give you that,"
because
they put everything they want on top of it. Yeah.
No, because because this is the problem with black leadership, and this is the problem with black politicians, right? We don't put, again, we don't put community before party. Right? We don't put community for party. We put party before community. So the party is going to tell us what we need in the black community instead of the black community telling the party, this is what we need you to do. And if you're not doing A, B, and C, and D, you're not going to get our votes. We haven't done that yet. And we still don't do it. So we have to get to that point, in black cities and in establishing black political power, that whether it's like local agendas or county agendas or state or even a national agenda, but even just locally, like we don't even do that. We don't even do that locally, with our power in politics. If we have the majority of the city, we're not. I talk to people every day in text. I'm like, look, if you ain't got no agenda, forget about it. The old saying, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Right? We haven't had we haven't had an actual a black agenda on what we needed. We still don't have it.
And crazy thing is, we jump off the ledge on what's going on the national level. And I keep going back to, we have more control on the local level. And that is where you can make the change. You know what I'm saying? And you can be most effective creating an agenda, like Damon said, on your local level, getting the people in place, getting systems in place in your local level. You have more control than what's going on the national level. If you can't do it in your municipality, in your city, town, whatever, talking about the county and talking about the state and then talking about the national level, you're not even doing it in your where you live. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it has to start first. And then it has to go up. You have to build this locally. And then you go, so after you do your city and your city, town, your municipality, your village, whatever, then you work on your county. You know what I'm saying? You get with other cities like yours and work on your county. And once you can accomplish that, then you can start talking about your state. You know what I'm saying? And then you can have conversation on the national level, but you can't have these conversations if you're not doing it locally. It really doesn't work that way. Like that's where you have the most power.
No, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
We jump off the cliff on these. Look, even on the county level, we got a special election going on. Damon, I went to vote today. After church, I was number 6. I was number 6.
Dude, I'm not.
I'm not. Six people voted at that point. And I heard from poll workers yesterday, it was hardly anybody there. This is your local. This is where you can make a difference right now. Like, that's your county. You have more control on your county than you do on the president or even the governor. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Like a lot of people like making history and all that stuff. That's the theme of the campaign. And I'm not even going to preach that to you, because we always say, we got to do the first black this, the first black that. I'm not going to preach that. But we have a special election right now, and that's who is going to run the county for the rest of the year. And the turnout is non-existent right now. I mean, the election is not till Tuesday the 11th. But I'm like, today was day 2 of the, what happened to all the black preachers, the souls to the poll? What happened to that? Like, my church is around the corner from the Dole Center. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should have been like from the church, hit the Dole Center. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a block away. It's right there. And vote. Get your vote on. You registered, get your vote on. Go ahead and get your vote on. So I'm just saying, I say that to say all of the things that we're shouting and spouting.
Is it a primary? This is a primary, right?
This is the special election.
He's going up against the Republican League.
Right, in the special election. And people assume...
What if he loses?
Right, Right. People assuming he's
Yo,
good.
that
Like
would be
it's a done
messed
deal.
up, man.
People are
That would
assuming it's
be.
a done deal. Like he got this.
Oh my
You
God.
have to go show up. The
Oh
Republicans
my
win.
God.
When you have a Democratic
Oh.
heavy area, the only way Republicans win is when Democrats don't show up. Like, yo, like, or like
Yeah.
Astorino, when you get big black preachers to endorse you. That's the only way you win in a heavy Democratic area. That's like, yo. So she don't have the endorsements of the black preachers. So the more
How
y'all
many
that don't
people?
go out,
How many people was in your district? How many
huh?
people? How many people voted in your district today?
I was number 6 at like around noon. I was number 6. I think the poll opened at 9 or something. I was number 6.
Well, let's just
Now maybe 11 o'clock churches.
let's just hope. How many days till the actual election?
The election is Tuesday the 12th, the 11th. So there's early voting all the way
We got
up to
time.
next
We
to
got
next
time.
Sunday.
We got time. You know, black.
No, no.
Black folks always late to the party, man. We
But
got time.
I'm saying it now so that people understand Ken has a Republican challenger. It's not just it's a foregone conclusion that he's going to fill the rest of Latimer's term. You got to go vote for him
Come
if
on,
that's
Ken,
what you
man.
want.
Come on,
If
Ken.
that's what you want,
We rooting for
yeah.
you,
If
Ken.
that's but I'm talking to the audience now. If that's what you want, you got to go make that
Oh
happen.
my
Y'all got to go
God.
out in
He's like,
numbers and
yo, it's
vote.
only 6 people. 6 people. Yeah, when I
I was
voted
number
up
6.
here on election day, I was shocked because we went right before the polls closed. And I was number 400. I was number
But that's election day.
407.
That's different too. That's
Yeah,
election
yeah.
day and a presidential election.
I was number 407. And that was my first time voting up here.
Right, but I'm
You
saying
know.
again, that was a presidential election, and
Yeah.
election day, more people vote on election day than do. Like some people just wait and vote on election day. That's a big
No,
deal.
this was
So,
election day.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
can't compare
yeah.
that to what I saw today because that was election day
Right.
of a presidential election. But you need to come out like that,
Yo,
and just to make it clear. So this is what Ken has to face. Ken is facing a special election on Tuesday, the 11th. And this is the early voting up to that point. If he wins, he will fulfill Latimer's term to December 31st. In June, he has to win the Democratic primary. And there's still no guarantee that there's not somebody going to primary him on that. He has to win that election. And if
and
he
then
wins that election,
he got to run
then he
another
got to
election in
run again in
November.
November against a Republican candidate. And I'm told that there will definitely be, even if it's not her, there's definitely going to be a Republican candidate. So he has to win 3 elections.
I mean, just for the Republicans to save face, they got to run somebody. It'll be stupid for them not to run
Well,
somebody
I can't.
in a year that they have a Republican president.
Right. I have no independent corroboration, but from what I'm told, I don't know if it's going to be the lady who's running now in the special election. Special election, anybody can run. Then you have the Democratic primary. It's just Democrats, and then November, you have the winner of
Right.
the Democratic Republican primaries. But in this, but yo, I'm told that it may not be her, but the Republicans are looking at 1 or 2 people that they're going to put up for the November race. So
Yeah, we
this
shall
should be
see.
this could be it's going to be a very interesting. And then Mount Vernon, you got a school board election somewhere in March, and then you got the Democratic primary where you got 3 city council seats, a controller seat,
When is
um,
the
the
governance?
judge.
The governor. Is that this year?
That's not this year. I don't think. I have to. We need to look that up. We need to look that up. Anybody who's listening, when is the governor election? New York State. So anyway, so in Melbourne, you got 3 city council seats. You have a controller election. He's running unopposed so far. You have your, I guess you have your county legislators running because I think they every 2 years. I think they run this year, and then again you have the county exec race, the Democratic primary for that. Um, New York State. You looking it up? Governor election. Oops. Yeah. 2026.
Oh, 2026.
Yeah. Yeah, because she just won. She's like she got to be like in her second year or something right now. Like, yeah, second or third, maybe the beginning of the third year. But
Hey,
yeah,
Instagram. I'm sorry, man. Instagram keeps freezing, man. What is going on? I might,
yeah,
man. We might have to go back. We might have to go back to the other program because Instagram are always freezing.
hmm. So everybody, we are simulcasting live on Facebook, Damon's page, my page, the People Before Politics radio page, on LinkedIn, the Black Westchester page and Damon K. Jones page, on YouTube, on Black Westchester YouTube, on Twitter, Black Westchester Twitter, and Damon K. Jones Twitter. And obviously, we're having issues with Instagram, but those are the different places you can watch the show. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and share and leave comments on maybe plenty of comments, plenty of comments. Um, so that's what's going on. Yeah, so that's the election. There was something else that just came up. I wanted to bring up, but I forgot. It's been a crazy couple of days. I don't remember. I
All
don't
right.
remember.
Well, we're gonna jump over, man. This week.
Just one last thing. I don't know. If we're gonna have a sports segment. The thing that has the NBA going crazy right now is the trade between the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks, where the Lakers traded Anthony Davis and the Mavericks trade Luka Doncic, whatever his name, Doncic. Luka for no, these are really those are main players on both teams, and it's like this is a really big deal if you follow the NBA. This is like one of the biggest trades ever in the history of the NBA. This whole trade thing, and it caught everybody off guard. Like AD was like he was the you know LeBron's the old man. AD was running the team. It was AD's team. Like and you just got rid of
Yeah,
him. But
that's what I was about to say. I'm like, dude, like, wasn't he like right up there with
yeah,
LeBron on the team?
well, he was running the team. The team was running through him. I mean, LeBron's the old man. LeBron's not the main
Oh,
person.
I hope
And
LeBron
Luca
ain't trying to be
and
the coach.
Luca and Luca was a beast on Dallas. And I don't know. They went to they won a championship with him, and they went to the finals and everything. I don't know how you. I don't know.
No,
I'm not sure why you made this trade, but anyway, that's the big talk right now in NBA circles. Everybody's bugging out. The trade deadline is the 6th, which is Wednesday. So we're gonna see some more crazy stuff before it's over. Go
I don't
ahead.
know, man. I think from a business standpoint, they've given LeBron too much power. And
Well, the whole thing with his
yeah,
son is
exactly.
unfair. Is unfair to his
Exactly.
son. There's a lot of good players that came out of college. They went to college. They didn't get drafted. They went through the G League and had to work their way up. And he has a roster spot on the Lakers. Like he has a roster spot.
Well, hey,
They
listen,
they, they
he
you
has to
know
know. He has to know when your father retire, you're getting traded. Like,
well
it
or
just
you're
you're,
not
you're
traded.
not.
No. We're going back to the G League. Other team is taking him. The
Well,
G League, you're not even going to be on a professional team. You're going back to the G League where you should have been. You should have stayed in college another year or two. And you know what's crazy? A lot of black parents be like, "No, you going to college? You going to college?" It's crazy. Like his mom is not like that, especially since LeBron didn't go to college. Like so, he'd have been like the first one in their family to really go to
right.
college, and you're going
Mhm.
to get an education. Shaq's mom made him promise, even if he dropped out, that he went back and got his degree. Shaq is
Right.
now going back to another degree. Right now,
Right.
he's finishing up another degree right now. So Like, and others people have said that too. Their parents made them promise when they came out early that they would go back and get their degree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He came out. He came out the first year after being injured, was like number 54 or something. Like, and he wasn't even doing good on the G League. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, and he has a roster spot on that someone else could be. Some player could be taking up that spot that's worthy of a spot. Like, so that's kind of crazy. But we're gonna.
That's
Enough
crazy,
of that.
man. All right, let's move into, man, and big shout out to all the NBA players. We gonna move into the scent of the week, man. Actually, it's the sense of the week. I'm not gonna go in detail in it. Please just tune in on Tuesday at 8 p.m. The video will be up. It's the scent of the week, everybody. It's the scent of the week. And we try to give reviews of some nice colognes and perfumes that ain't gonna break your bank. You can smell like $1 million and still have $1 million in the bank. And this time, y'all, I got two. I got two. It's called Dumont Nitro, and as you can see, one is red and one is white, and that's the actual name. So the red, I'm just gonna go real quick. The red is like a mixture of Baccarat 540 and Creed Aventus. It's strong. This joint here is strong and it smells real good. If y'all ever smelled Creed Aventus and if you ever smelled Baccarat 540, just think about Creed Aventus with a little undertone of Baccarat 540. It's a very strong cologne. It could stay on your skin at least 7 to 8 hours, depending on your skin chemistry, maybe 10 hours. It will stay on your clothes to the next day. Straight music. So this is a beast. This is definitely a beast. It's good for all year round. You know, even in the winter. It's a nice date night out, fellas. This is a nice date night joint. Netflix and chill. This is definitely good. And the link will be in the description of the video. And you can get this right. You can get these on Amazon, like and have them in your house in 2 days. And this is a white. Now I took the white down to I went to Vegas, and I got the white in the mail the day before I left for Vegas. So I rocked this for 4 days straight, and this is a very good cologne. It's not. It's just it's a lemony, orangey, fresh smell. You know, with a little wood on the undertone. For me, it's very fresh. You could wear this. I think you could wear this all year long. I wouldn't do it in the hot summer of the day. I'll do it like in summer nights. I'll rock this in summer nights because you don't want it to be pungent. So, but this is a real freshie, and it doesn't last as long as the red. This will give you about 6 hours. This at least 8 to 10. So, but it's a good freshie, and these are not expensive, man. You know, the goal of just doing these reviews is, you know, professional women and men. This is more unisex, right? This has that Aventus, and that's like straight man. But this is a more unisex cologne. Women, some women can get over with this. You know, some women can't because it's a soft smell and it leaves like a powdery, like leather, woody scent when it becomes a body scent. So it's kind of it's really dope. I like it. You know, I like it. It's not bad. There's other ones that was definitely compliment killers. I didn't get no compliments with this. You know, my wife said it was all right. You know, but she's a hater sometimes. But you know, because I got all these colognes. But at the end of the day, this is real good because it's only gonna cost you like $30, right? 30, 35. I think this is a little more expensive because it's a little more popular. But definitely check it out. I'm going to do a deeper review of these on Tuesday. The video will be up. So check it out, and y'all could get the link. You can get it right off Amazon, have it to your house in 2 days. Ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up. You could get them both of these, and you ain't breaking the bank, and he'll appreciate it because these are nice smelling colognes, especially if you want to wear it to the office. If he's a professional guy, you want to wear it to the office. Both of these are nice. They're definitely nice. So that is it. We are out of here. And we talked about we talked about entertainment. So we're back, but I just want to address a quick issue. We got time for our guests. Come on. So I did a video, ladies and gentlemen. I did a video, and I was actually discussing. There's a project in Mount Vernon that
A pending potential project.
a pending project in Mount Vernon. I'm trying to find the damn thing now. Oh, here we go. There's a pending project in Mount Vernon. So, which I did my opinion on the project because I know both of the leading people of the development and the husband and wife. They're Mount Vernon residents. They're taxpayers of Mount Vernon, and they've been doing a lot of great work in the Mount Vernon community. So they want to. They're trying to extend their work. Take that out. They're trying to. They're trying to extend their work and what they do in the community. Hey, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who is that guy? Anyway, who was that guy? Who's that? Well, anyway,
you got a little free advertisement on the radio show.
I text him. Was it yesterday or the day before? I said, "Yo, man, what the hell you doing on the front of my website? How did you get there?" So anyway, so I did this article on the past and the future about the Y, the old Y MCA in Mount Vernon. It's been closed for what? Jesus Christ, 15 years or maybe more, right?
We've had Black Westchester for 10 years, going on 11 years this year, and it was closed a couple of years before that, so at least 12, 15.
Yeah. Let's say 12, between 12 and 13 years, and it's just an eyesore at this point. And as I said, there's a couple in Mount Vernon who have been doing all type of great community programs for the kids, and they've been putting proposals and going through hoops and trying to get the property of the Y, and I think the Y
next to it and the property behind it,
and I think the property behind it, to build this building that you see here, the past and the future. So, so the goal, the actual goal is to, build a building and put, hey, peace, brother, how you doing?
Yes. He said they brought the bill back.
All right, congratulations, my brother.
We gotta have you and your fighter come on.
Exactly.
And talk about the whole thing, talk about all that, and talk about all the great work you're doing too, to remind people all the great work you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. So these people have been doing work in the community. They've been doing work in the community As I stated in the article, they've been having computer classes for the kids. They be having different stem cell classes, and they had the program "Don't Strain the Drain." You know, no, because no project gets done without cronyism. Well, so the point is the point is, Mount Vernon have seen a lot of housing developers from outside of Mount Vernon, and these people are from Mount Vernon. They pay taxes in Mount Vernon, and they're trying to do good for the community. And they're not trying to have low income housing. It will be from 50,000 to 80,000. Now the average income in Mount Vernon is around 45,000. And there've been a lot of complaints that when the new buildings come up, a lot of people with even 50,000 make too much money to get into the buildings. Yeah, stem cell. Yep, absolutely. So these brothers and sisters, man, they're trying to do something for the community. So I also did a video on it, and I was discussing it because it really doesn't make any sense. The city has no money. They just lost.
And that's not. And before I want to stop right there. That's not even us saying that. I was on the town hall where the current mayor, Sean Patterson Howard, was on, a person who has worked for the YMCA, the company, the YMCA in Yonkers. She worked before that. She worked with the YMCA in Mount Vernon. She told the people on the town hall and those watching, Mount Vernon does not have the money to rehab that building. And even if they were to find the money, they do not have the money to maintain the building. That's one part. And the other part that Mount Vernon has to get off their mind, that building is no longer the YMCA. The organization, the YMCA, has left Mount Vernon. They're not coming back. They're leaving other places in Westchester as well. I think you said White
Yeah,
Plains or something too.
yeah, they left.
They're
Yeah,
leaving, they're leaving a lot of places.
the YMCA left. The YWCA is still there.
Right. And you still have those in Yonkers. But my point is, even though those letters may still be on that building, if they're still on the building, that is just an empty shell of a building that is no longer the YMCA. The organization, the YMCA, has left, and they're not coming back.
Right.
So,
and
Ernie,
right.
and Ernie
And
Davis brought the building from them back then. That's what some people were saying.
and
They
then
should
do
have
it,
brought it.
and it right. He should have never bought the building. But now that
Well,
the city owns,
he was doing work. He was doing work, and then didn't make it to re-election, and that really killed him. So he couldn't continue.
the city didn't have the money to do anything with that
Well,
building.
no, they didn't have the money then. It might have been a bad purchase.
It was a bad decision. It was just a bad.
Jack said the YMCA has left the building.
Exactly. So
can I say one more thing too? And I just want to interrupt you. Huh? Can I say one more? I want to say one more thing. So
yeah, go ahead.
What I saw the town halls that were done, and what bothered me. Now I think anybody coming into Mount Vernon, anybody getting ready to do any kind of development for Mount Vernon, there should be questions from the community, and the community should ask questions and have their questions answered. My problem wasn't that these black developers was asked questions. My problem was these black developers were asked questions that has never been asked of any of the white developers who come through here and get pilots,
right,
and do not have the best interest in heart. They just want to throw up a building, and they tell you like the building that Nas lives in, and building on the other one on McQuestion Parkway. Where they say is going to be market rate rent, and then when they can't rent it, then it's a bunch of Section 8 in there, and you came in there paying market rate thinking it was going to be a market rate building, but it seemed like he got a little visitor. Yeah, he got a little visitor.
Everybody.
He got a little visitor. So
Hey,
so so
everybody.
these developers come in and we don't question them and we give them carte blanche to do whatever they want. And you have a black developer, not just a black developer, but a black developer who are Mount Vernon residents, who, like you said, are pay taxes in Mount Vernon and the whole nine. And we holding them to a higher standard and asking questions we have never asked of any white developers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a problem with I went through the project, I went through the paper. I have questioned the developers. I've had extensive interviews with them. Some of their programs are good for the community.
Right.
I'm going to find a video and I'm going to share it on Black Westchester because I'm not going to rehash the whole thing. And
All
so
right,
y'all
man.
can
You ready
see,
to get down?
so you can see the
No.
things they talked about. So y'all can see the things they talked about, but it benefits the community. And there was services for the community involved in this project. And this project, they've been trying to do this project for what, 5 years, 8 years
Ernie.
now, or whatever it's
Ernie. Since Ernie.
right.
You
So
know,
it's just like we do the same thing we do with black business. We are harder on our businesses than we are. I used this example one day, Dave. If there was a white deli and a black deli, right? And you went to the white deli and you got a bag of potato chips, and the potato chips had a hole in it and was opened a little bit, you would go back into that white store. You would ask that white man or woman, "Hey, my bag of chips had a hole in it. Can I get a new bag?" You go into the black deli, and the same thing, you want to tell everybody, "Oh, don't go in there. This stuff is stale. They got holes in this." You know, that's what we do. But you wouldn't do that in the white store. So this
yo,
is
let me
this is
tell you.
how we behave amongst ourselves and what we do to ourselves, and we are our own worst enemies. And then
Well,
you
we
can't get
don't we
mad
don't
if
stick
you're not.
together.
Wait, let me finish this. If you're not going to support a local black developer from your community, you can't get mad when other people come through and do whatever they do, and it doesn't benefit your community, and they get pilots, and they don't pay their proper taxes, and they take advantage of the city. You didn't support the ones that look like you, who had a good package. I don't, because everybody that look like us don't need to be supported, but they had a good program, a good presentation, and what they were offering, from what I saw and from my interviews, was very good for the city.
Right.
And so we have not given the scrutiny, like this kind of scrutiny, to none of these white developers,
Never.
and that's a problem. And I'm talking about
But
not just the public, but I'm talking about our black elected officials as well too. Didn't put these white developers in the same scrutiny and same red tape. So that's my problem. If we should step up for our community, but we need to do it to everybody and not let anybody come through here, whatever. And when you got one that shows you that they trying to do something for the community, you support it. So, and you don't say stuff like, "Oh, we're going to lose our why." You don't have a why.
yeah, you know, and there's no why coming back in the city. The
And the
city,
people that people that
the
work
city
there, they
barely
said,
got money. The city barely got money to pay their goddamn employees. They not opening up a why. They're not opening up anything. So people need to let it go. But when you have a black company that wants to do something for the community, wants to give programs for the community, a place that your children can go after school and learn something, it's always the clown show. It's always the clown show. So how do we get around the nonsense? And then it's always an excuse why we can't get it done. But you see all these white developers just building left and right, in Mount Vernon.
you are absolutely right.
Enough is enough.
You are absolutely right. That's sad.
Enough is enough, man. Like we are always our worst enemy. We are always the one that's doing each other wrong. We're always adult gang banging. That's what we're doing. Adult gang banging. And I say that to get to this point. So this morning I get a call from Nas Duncan.
Shout out to
And
Nas.
Big shout out to my sister Nas. So all of a sudden, she tells me, according to Nas, that Krista McDonough put my video or my article or a screenshot of me, I don't even know what he did, of me talking about this project. And Chris McDonough is, I think he's on the IDA board. And he's a school board trustee. And firstly, one thing, and whoever knows Chris McDonough that's watching, please, you could tell him to watch this video. If you tell another lie about me, Chris McDonough, I will sue you for defamation of character and take your house. I am not on nobody's payroll. I am not getting a check from nobody to give my opinion. Clearly, you don't know who I am, but you're going to get to know me very well. For you to say that I'm getting paid for giving an opinion on the upliftment of the South Side of Mount Vernon, a black community, whether you like it or not. Where people that make $50,000 to $80,000 need a decent building to stay. And they're giving back to the community where kids are benefiting.
Kids, seniors, there was services for seniors.
But the question is, Mr. McDonough, where have you been with all these other buildings since you're on the IDA? They've been approving other projects under you. So what have you done? You need to worry about getting your school system together. It's a mess. It's a mess. You need to step down from the IDA and focus on being a school board member and get your school system together. So you can teach our children, so people don't have to pay $30,000 to send their child to a charter school or a private school because the school system is a mess. That's what you need to focus on. You're doing too much. And you're talking lies. So I have to correct you on this show, and I really don't care. If you want to come on the show and talk about it, you could contact Black Westchester. I think you've been on the show before.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, so you could come back on, and we can have an actual conversation. Because I don't think I was here when you was on the show. I don't think I was on the show when he was on. But I'm telling you, for you to make that post and then take it down, because I have too many people told me that you made the post and they're credible people. So I just really wanted to address that. I just really wanted to address that because we're not. Look, I'm gonna make it clear for Chris Dunner and anybody else in Mount Vernon. We're not playing these. I'm not playing these Rich Atomic games this time. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So when we have a disagreement, we could disagree like adults. We could debate it. But if you want to start calling names and telling lies, we're not doing that. I'll just sue you. I'll just sue you. But if I start talking about you, I'm going to talk about you as facts. I was discussing that these people from Mount Vernon that has been doing great work in the community, that get ready to be honored this month by the county exec and the Westchester Board of Legislators for the work that they're doing with Mount Vernon children.
And not just Mount Vernon, too. They work with the
I'm sticking into Mount Vernon.
No, but I'm just saying. Right?
Right.
No, I just want to
I'm
say,
not
in
trying
addition
to.
to that,
No. I'm not trying to so they could focus. They've been doing work for Mount Vernon children, and they need the opportunity, like they give everybody else, to build a building with services in it and apartments in it for working people. The city needs the money. Well, y'all got $5 left in the account. The city needs the money.
because the Y right now is not bringing you anything.
The Y's not bringing you no money. You're gonna
It might be
get
costing
money.
you.
Right,
Might be
and
costing.
it is cost. Well, I don't know what it's costing. They haven't done anything to it. But the whole thing is the city needs the money. And then you got programs that the city don't even have to put money up for. And established programs that are getting awards and getting recognition, that will have a home in the city on the south side, so them young kids can have a place to go. How about that? When do we start thinking about the children and stop this adult gangbanging BS? When do we start it?
I don't think thinking about children we don't think about children. I'm going to do an interview maybe tomorrow of a child who goes to one of the schools that's being closed, and she questioned the board. She questioned the trustees. Why do I have to suffer for your mistakes? And they would not. They refused to answer her question. And then she came to a board. The town hall. Then she came to a board meeting, and they refused to answer her question again.
Well, you know
And
what? At this point, they're gonna have to. At this point, the city's gonna have to do something, because soon they ain't gonna have no kids in the school.
then you're gonna get mad because
had
everybody's gonna go. When they go to charter schools and private schools, you're gonna get mad, and that your numbers are lower and lower and lower.
Well, then you're gonna have to close some schools. 6,000 kids in 16 schools is ridiculous. The math ain't mathing, bro. Now, if they worried about a name, and I just wrote an article, if they worried about a name on a school, take that name and put it on one of the open schools. Now let's get to educating our children and consolidate, because they're gonna lose more kids. They're gonna lose more kids.
Our guest was here. I think they left. I don't know if they're still here. I don't see them no more.
He went back out. He came in and went back out.
Before I guess if he comes back, I do want to say one more thing that has happened this week. So dealing with the city and dealing with the school, the school district keeps talking about how the city owes the district all this money, and the money.
Jack said, "Move out of Mount Vernon like Damon did."
Like Damon did, yeah. But listen. Let me finish.
Yo, you stupid.
So the school district said that Mount Vernon the city of Mount Vernon owes them up 20-something millions of dollars. Right? We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get right to you, Rich. Just gonna finish this point. We get right to you, Rich. So the controller explained it's uncollected taxes. Not like the city collected taxes and just didn't give them the money. The taxes haven't been collected. The school board a couple of years ago said, "Oh, we don't the city's not doing it right. We're gonna collect our own taxes now." So the school district got the rights to collect their own taxes and couldn't collect the taxes, and now they're going back to the city talking about we need your help. So the controller has released a full list of houses, all the homeowners that own taxes, and you had people like what's his name what's his name what was dude's name
Horton?
Yes, is it Terrence Horton,
Yeah.
the developer?
Marcus Griffin?
Wait, but Terrence Horton combined owed $308,000, and that's just the taxes owed, that's not the interest. Then there's another column that was interest. I think Marcus Griffin was on the list, and several other key players, people in this community. There's people owe six. There's some people that owe six figures. There's a lot of people owe six figures in taxes. Taxes hasn't been collected in a long time, evidently. But now their names are all out there because their list has been released.
Well,
And
I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the process? You know, brother's coming on with finance. Maybe we can ask him, like, what stage did you get your house foreclosed? How much is it before they actually foreclose on your house, man? Jesus Christ. Listen, I had my HOA. They tried to send me all type of legal notices for a couple of thousand. And you got people owing $300,000 in taxes?
yeah.
And then, yo, let's bring the brother in. Hold on. Welcome, my brother, Rich Hollywood. Welcome, my brother. What's happening, man? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you gotta take yourself off mute.
There you go.
There you go. How you doing, man?
You're breaking up. Can you hear him?
Nah, he's breaking. Yeah, you're breaking up. Yeah, you breaking up, brother. You going in? Yeah, your
I don't know if
audio.
your connection.
Yeah, your video's
Yeah, I don't
good,
know if your
but your
connection
audio. But it's your audio. Look
is
like
breaking
you
up.
got good connection.
I'm gonna mute.
There you go.
Is that better?
Oh,
Hold on.
You were good for a second. I don't know which.
you
You were good for
brother.
a second, and then it's every other word. Like that's what we're hearing. It's like every other word.
All right. Get mute me and I'm gonna move somewhere.
Do me a favor. Why don't you try to go out? Are you on your cell phone or your computer?
I was actually
Do me a favor. Go out and come back in. And if
Yeah.
you're on a cell phone, try coming back in on your computer.
got it.
It might be better.
Okay, yeah, it might be better. Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as you come back in, we'll put you on the screen. All right. Yes, I think something's the connection was the audio wasn't good, and
Yo, what happened to my?
Jack is stupid.
Yeah, I'm not even messing with Jack. I'm not even messing with Jack, man.
Wait,
But
you heard what he said though? He said HOA is more powerful than the mob.
than the mob. Yeah, listen, man, I will never mess with the HOA ever again, man. And it was all on a dispute, and they just, hey, what's up, family? What's going on? What's up, brother? It's good seeing you, man. It's good seeing you, man. We got to talk, man. How's it going on down there, man? In New York City government, man. That's my man. But yeah, man, it was all over dispute, but it was crazy. It was definitely insane. You know,
like that Crazy Eddie commercial. Insane. Remember that?
it was. Yo, listen, man. Yo, I don't know why I don't have Afro Circus up here, man.
I don't know what that is.
Afro Circus.
But I'm gonna put the list. We have the list. It's already in the drafts. I'm gonna put a couple of paragraphs with it, and tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna post that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not trying to be.
Already loaded up. It's already loaded up on the website. I just didn't get a chance to put it.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but how can people have city jobs and city contracts and owe that much money in back taxes? Somebody has to answer the question. You know, I mean, this is a level of accountability that must start in Mount Vernon for Mount Vernon to get right side up. And you can't always say that you're going to You can't always say that you're going to just raise taxes on the people that's being responsible. That's not fair. It's not fair at all. But listen, so what, AJ? So what are they going to do?
What are they going to do about collecting the taxes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna put an email out to the controller now that he released the list. What's the next step? Try to get some information from him. Maybe see if he wants to come on and talk about the list and what the next steps are and this stuff.
Yeah. Are they foreclosing or what are they going to do?
So I
That's
think
the
when
question.
he gave his presentation before, he said something about getting the list out and the people that do come to him making some kind of payment, trying to work out payment plans with people and all that stuff. He's trying to do all that kind of stuff first. And again, this is me remembering from what he said before, and we're going to talk to him again on this. And when that don't work, then the next step is, I guess, the next legal steps have to be taken, which is foreclosure and all that other stuff. So,
So
um,
I'm not
so
trying
the
to be.
people now that your name is now that your name is out there, you have to reach out to the city and try to make some kind of payment arrangements or something. And if you don't, something there's going to be it's going to be action taken eventually. So, again, I'm going to reach out to the controller.
Oh, whoa. Hold on. When is eventually? Like
Well,
no, that's what I'm saying.
listen. I said I'm going to reach out. I don't want to speak for the controller, and I don't remember everything he said before. And so I said I will reach out to him and ask him the questions and see if he wants to come on for a quick interview, and we can have this conversation and let him tell you. So I'm not speaking for him, or I'm not misrepresenting anything he's saying, or or anything like that. So, and I'm trying to recall what he said before on the show, and what he said at the at the town hall forum that he had, the state of the financial state of the city. He mentioned he talked about all that, and that video for the financial state of the city is on Black Westchester, and you can watch that because he talks about that. So anybody who wants to see it, but we will reach out to him and see if he wants to come on or give me the information, and then he give me the information. I put it. He comes on. He can break it down and answer all those type of questions. So he doesn't mind answering questions about anything. So we'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to him tomorrow.
No, that's what's up.
If I don't hear from him later, because usually when we start bringing up his name a lot, he hears and I hear from him later. So I might I might hear from him later, but if I don't, I'll reach out to him tomorrow. Nah,
Yeah.
he's like, yo, like yo, the one thing, like him or not, I'm not playing politics and all that other stuff. Like him or not, he doesn't run from the conversation and he will address the situation. So, um,
No, that's what's up.
and that's all I can ask. I don't have to. I might not agree with you, but if you being forthcoming with the information, we're not used to that in Mount Vernon. We're used to them just not answering or trying to spin another narrative or talk about other things when we're trying to bring up these topics. We don't have to be elected. We've had in Mount Vernon that do that. So I'm going to give him the opportunity again to do that, and we'll see. See, our brother's back. Can you?
Let me bring him back in. Hold on a second.
I'll let you do what you do.
I gotta. All right, let me take that out.
Yeah. So if anybody just watching for the first time, anybody who's just tuning in, you are watching Black Westchester Presents the People Before Politics radio show. So 10-year, we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. We've been giving you real talk for the community since 2014. Shout to DJ Cruz. We started in the studio in Yonkers up until COVID, and we've been doing this like this ever since. So welcome for all those new people that are watching. Rich, I don't know if you were able to do it. You can find the show on my page or Damon's page and share it onto your page. So those people who follow you, they can just see directly on your page. And that might be quickest way than sending them to a whole bunch of pages and stuff. But we're live on Facebook, on 3 Facebook pages, 2 LinkedIn pages, YouTube page, and 2 Twitter accounts. So we're simulcasting live right now. Let me get a mic check from you, my brother. Make sure you're good.
I got you loud and clear, homie.
There
Yep.
you go. There you go. We can hear you, brother. We can hear you.
It's
Yo,
AT&T. AT&T.
I
It
want
is what
I
it is.
want to say thank you for your patience. As you see, Damon controlling all of this. This system is not just a plug and play. You just put the video up. You see that didn't work last week, so
Yeah, that last
David
week
is doing this. I got to a point. I got to a point. I just was straight transparent. I do not know how to run this program. Damon's in Vegas. He said he would be on the show, but I should have known better. He's in Vegas, so you know what I'm saying. So, but you were patient with me last week, and you came back to this week. So,
Nah, man, thank you
introduce
for
your,
that.
introduce yourself to the people, and tell them who you are, what you do, and I know you have a book, as I believe, out, and we want to get into that too.
Well, AJ, I appreciate you having me on the show. My name is Rich Holly. I am a quick backstory. I'm a retired Navy air traffic controller, over 21 years air traffic control. I was
Well,
a
we could talk
finance.
about that too.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say we're gonna have you on another show just
that's
about
another
that. But
show. Trust me.
Exactly.
I've been doing that for the past couple of days. Just I'm retired, but it's still in your blood. So I'm like, okay, what's the deal? So
yeah,
but within those 21 years of being in the military, I was the command financial specialist in the Navy for over 15 years. From that point on, I got out. I went to Mass Mutual, was a financial specialist for a while. Worked with the guys that make $10 an hour to the guys that make 30, 40 million. I
Mhm.
realized the thing: if you never had a habit of saving money, you'll never have any money. And that's what led me to actually really doing what I'm doing now. And God woke me up in the morning, and now I teach children the value of saving money
Great. Great.
from kindergarten to 5th grade. And because they get money in their hands at that time, parents,
Mhm.
grandparents, a dollar here, a quarter here, it all adds up. But if you create a habit of saving in their while they're young, you won't have to worry about it as they get older as much.
Right, 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 right. No, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. I think, man, like that's something. I've been telling people in the next 4 years under Trump that you have to get savings, stock, crypto. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it's going, and black people we always get behind. We always catch up late. Because we get distracted about a lot of things. But I feel under this presidency, we need to really focus on our investing.
What I realized that we're not
you
taught
see,
it.
you even see,
Say
We're
that
just
again.
right,
we're not taught to do so.
Right, right.
When
right.
growing up, my family, they're educators. My mother was a superintendent coordinator for New York City. I have cousins and family members that are principals and teachers. The thing was that we were taught go to school, get good grades, get a good job. No one told us what to do with the money with that good job.
Right,
That was the missing piece. So I never blamed anybody because you can't blame somebody for what they don't know. They can't teach it.
right.
So now I took it upon myself to if we could educate the children about finance and really
Mhm.
talk to them and just make it fun. I teach math to kids with using money. But the first question I ask is, "Do you like math?" And they say no. I said, "Do you like money?" They all say yes. And then I said, "Well,
Exactly.
can I give a math problem using money? So if I give you 4 quarters and you take a quarter away, how much do you have?" They're like, "Oh, 75 cents." I said, "So what's 100 minus 75?" They go, 25. And they're like, "Oh, crap."
Right,
It's,
right, right, right.
you get so
I want
go ahead, please.
no. I didn't want. I wanted you to finish your thought. And then I wanted to ask you a question because talking about what Damon just said about currency and
Mhm.
crypto and stuff like that. Um, where do you see finances going? You had two rappers who just performed at either Trump inaugurations or inaugurations affiliated with Trump,
Mhm.
as in Snoop and Nelly, who got paid straight Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So talk about, like, we don't have these conversations on where we usually find out once it's happened, it happens. Where do you see things going as far as Bitcoin and crypto and all that stuff?
So to be honest, I'm transparent, and I'm always the one to say if I don't know, I don't know. I don't know that much about it.
Okay.
The reason being, I
Mhm.
January 18th, Trump brought out his own coin
Yeah.
on Coinbase.
Yeah.
$6.
Mhm.
It opened up and that day it went to $75.
Exactly.
$6 on January
Exactly.
18th. January 18th to the 19th, it went to 74 and change. So people that actually were in the
Mm.
know made a lot of money that day. Now
Exactly.
it's back, now it's back down into the 20s.
Right.
They flooded it, they made the money, and they got out of it. But
Exactly.
but if you're not watching that stuff, you're not.
Hmm.
And a lot of us black folks, just to be honest, we lack of a better word, I always like to say, we've always been afraid of stuff.
Hmm.
It's always, oh, don't put the money in there because you might lose it. Well, no risk, no reward. But the risk that you take have to be a calculated risk. It's like anything. The stock market, it's still a gamble. You hope that you put money in it and it grows. But you have to understand that you can't watch it every day because you're going to give yourself a heart attack.
Exactly.
And those that are really successful diversify their stocks. They don't just have
Yeah.
stocks and
Yeah.
things. So while they're winning here, they may be losing here, but they
Exactly.
balance out. And they might have 10 things that lose and one thing that blows up that makes up for all of that and
Exactly.
then some. So it's
Exactly.
it's yeah.
It's all about diversification. You have a diverse portfolio, and even I talk to a lot of my friends, and we're in the 50s now, and some of them still don't have a portfolio, and it's because they just were never trained to do it, or now they think they're too old to even be bothered with it. But
Right.
that's not the
Right.
case. I think there's always time.
Yeah.
It's interesting you said that because I know a lot of the work you're doing, and it makes sense to make any real change in anything. You need to teach the kids because those are the ones that's going to be the ones that they. It's going to be easier for them to learn, and they're going to be the future. And a
Right.
lot of older people are set in their ways. But for those who are just hearing these things, Bitcoin, diversification and crypto and stuff, it's there's still time. And someone said Bitcoin should be 5% of your investment portfolio. I don't know if that's what it is, but you know that seems like something safe. Like you don't
Right.
you still do all other things you're doing, but you might as well put your at least it's not too late to put your toe into it. I think we lost the brother. Yeah, it says offline.
Oh
So
man.
he should be back with us again. That's what happens. That's the one thing that is negative from being in the studio. The person is right there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
disappear. The person is right
Yeah. Well,
there.
if he comes back, he comes
Yeah.
back. You
We,
know.
we we need to have more of these kind of conversations in our community. Shout to Rashad Bilal, who used to come on early on and used to do that with the early days of Black Westchester. Used to write articles and used to come on the show once a month and break these things down for our community. And you seen he flipped the script, got with his partner, and now he's earned your leisure and he's doing it on a whole nother level. But
Hmm.
my point is we need to have these conversations in our communities. I don't know where you left off. Oh, put them back on the screen. I don't know where
Yeah.
you left off, but I want you to continue what you were saying when you broke up.
So just as far, I guess we were at diversifying a portfolio.
And older people getting into like not being too late and
Right.
That's where we were.
So I was in Uniondale uh, back in October, and I did a speaking engagement uh, for a group, and the age group was honestly between about 25 to about 75, 80 years old.
Mhm.
And I brought up, it's called it's a journal. It's spend some, save some, a financial guide to wellness.
Mm.
So instead of writing a thick financial book that some people don't read nor understand, and it could be over people's head, I wrote a journal format of 25 pages of saving tactics and things that you can do. At the end of that, the deacon, I think he was around about, he had to be about 70 something years old. He came up to me the next day and he said, Rich, I really appreciate what you did because typically the money that I have, I always ended up spending it. I don't think I have as much money as I do. He turned around. We did a 50, 30, 20 spend savings plan. And when he did that, he realized, Rich, I really do have more money than I thought. And he's 70 years old. So for me, that means, okay, this works. It makes sense. And now
Real,
he feels better. So he can actually go on vacations.
real
He can
quick,
actually do it.
explain the 50-30-20 spin,
Sure.
so people
So,
understand that.
right. So I always,
I don't want to lose the listeners, man.
right. Gotcha. Understood. So I always do 20% to savings. And that's just me. That has nothing to do with your 401k, whatever you get from your job. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your liquid money. So I pay tithes to my church. So I pay 10% to church, and then I pay myself 10%. That's my 20. 30% is once, but I put that to the side. Then I go to 50% of my income would actually go to your actual bills, your mortgage, your utilities, your fixed expenses, as well
Mhm.
as utility. That fluctuates a little bit here and there.
Mhm.
From that point on, typically you have about 30% left. The best thing in the world is that you're not going to spend 30% on once every single month. So since you're not going to spend 30% on your wants every single month, you can take a portion of that money and then that goes into your savings. So now you're not just saving 20%, you may be saving 25, maybe 30. The extra money. And but every dollar has to be accounted for. And when you do that way, it's going to be hard if you've never done it. I'm going to tell you, it's difficult for the first 2 to 3 months. But if you did it for 3 months, anything that you've done for 3 months becomes a habit. You're going to do it. And when you've done it, you're like, wow, I actually have some money set aside and this works. And then you can do less, you can do more from that point on. But
So
it's
so let me
just
let me let me stop you right there. For your people, because there's a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck, and they said there's a lot of people in this country that are one or two paychecks away from, being homeless or whatever. So for those people who can't live off 50% of the net, like their bills are more than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might be hearing you and be like, yeah, but my bills come to 75% of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be their percentage or whatever.
right.
What do you
And
say? What do you say to them?
so when you're in that situation, obviously, your your bills are almost your entire income,
Right,
and
and we have a
that's
lot of people
one
living.
problem. That's a problem in itself, right? But if you're there, the question is, how do you get out? How do you save? When people say, "I can't save," I can almost guarantee, almost, that people have more money than what they think. It's just how they spend their money.
Right.
Because if you're living okay and you still say, oh, 70%, 75% of my income is it goes to my bills and I'm only living off of 25%, but yet you're spending a bunch of money going out to eat, and then you're eating out here and then going to the movies and doing that stuff. I would almost guarantee that's 85% of those people who say that I cannot save, it's where they're spending their money.
Uber
Then
Eats, Grubhub.
I I literally had to check myself a couple of months ago because I'm like, man, I spent almost $100 just on delivery fees.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
I noticed that
I had to
today.
catch myself.
Yep.
I had to
Yep.
catch myself, even though I have it. I could have put that $100 elsewhere. I could have saved that.
Exactly.
I could have got in my
Exactly.
car, drove down the street, got my food, and saved that $10 delivery fee.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a
So,
Exactly.
it's a
so,
mindset of
so
what we do.
absolutely. So, we had another question from the audience. Cookie Alexander Campbell said, "Mr. Holly, do you speak to nonprofits? I run the WIOA, state run for schools and I guess out of school youth, 16 to 24."
I do. So that's where this this pamphlet comes into play.
Financial wellness. Nice.
It's a spend some, save some financial wellness guide, and I say
Where
use
can
it.
people get that? Where can they get that?
It's on richaholly.com.
Okay.
That's the website, richaholly.com. You can go there. They're dollars. I autograph them still. But I will let you know that I've been self-published for about 2.5 years, and I just recently got a publishing deal. So
Really? God
um,
bless, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up. You gotta give
I
yeah.
just I just signed
Say that.
contracts
Say
last week.
that again. Can you
So
repeat that?
so what
I was actually going to your website to order your book. So whatever you just said, that he said, congratulations. Can you repeat it? Because I missed it.
no worries. I was saying I've been self-published for just about 2.5 years. And
Mhm.
last week I just signed contracts, and I am officially published now by a publisher. Leave the
Oh,
That's
name
okay.
out for the moment.
yeah, that's great.
Uh,
Let me give you another
but,
round of applause for that, brother. Oh, my
so
bad.
I will.
Yeah,
uh,
that's
my
great.
phone number. Uh, you could contact me. I'll put this out there now if you don't mind. I can give my phone number
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can
absolutely,
actually.
brother. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, please. Because I'd always love to come out and speak uh, when possible. It's 904 480 1031. That's 904 480 1031. I am in St. Augustine, Florida, but I travel. Uh,
That's her
I
next
travel.
question was: is he willing to speak to our youth we housed in Mount Vernon and New Rochelle?
Yes, I was just actually I was in New Rochelle on Wednesday. I went to the Armani school, the Armani Charter School in Mount Vernon, and I presented, and I can show the books here. So this is Can I Have a Dollar? Can I? There you go. Can I have a
That's on your
dollar? That's
website too.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's on the
so
website
that's
too. I just saw that.
yep. So kindergarten to first grade. So from Can I Have a Dollar? Then he goes to Save My Buck. He gets a little older.
Mm,
Then from Save My Buck, after you save them, you have to learn how to invest them. And now Buck gets a
nice.
little older. And then after you saved, invested, this is what we strive for right here. Retire my buck.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, and now obviously he gets a little older. So these are the first editions of these books, and we are creating a curriculum for schools based upon these 4 books. So that's what's coming up in 2025. So the books are here. Obviously, they're great reading for the kids. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy this part because teaching kids about money, but having something to relate it to. Uh, I think we all would remember Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a
Yes.
Bill, just a Leo Bill. So I remember how a bill became a law through a cartoon, not through
Me
my
too. I was
teacher.
just gonna say that, and I still have that in my head to this day. I've referred to that
Exactly.
a few times on the show when we were talking about civics and the lack of teaching our kids civics these days, and we don't have our kids don't have those things. They had a bunch of different ones
No,
that they had.
right. And we used to watch them. That was our Saturday morning. We used to watch that before all the other cartoons came on. Uh, but I use that as a reference because can I have a dollar? And Rich and Buck Dollar, Rich becomes friends with Buck. He learns how to save them through different stages of his life because we save money in different ways as we get older. And then as we get to the investing and retiring, and that's where the investments and the bitcoins and the 401ks and the things that we have to do as we get older. But if you teach them in a fun way now, they'll always remember it. And that's the legacy I'm working to build.
That's what's up. So, yep, I have just, I don't know if you can see my screen. There you go. I just ordered your book on your website. That is, thank you, AJ
Appreciate
Woodson. We
it. It will
spend
go
some,
out. It will go out.
yeah. So I say that, as a self-published author, both of us are. And,
Yeah.
I have 3 books. Damon has a library of books. I don't know how many books he's up to now. But I have 3 books, and you have to. It's hard when you're a self-publisher. You have to do your own promotion, your own marketing. You have to go out there and do sales and do your own interview. You got to do that yourself because you don't have a company that does that. So this is something that when you said that, it's something I still need to learn more about because I've said several times on the show. I found out what credit was when I didn't have it anymore. That's how I found out what credit was. Like I'm saying, like, when it was like you need this thing called credit. Well, what's that? You don't have it. So like that's
You don't have
that's that's, that's when I
it.
found out. Yeah, that's when I found out. So a lot of us, except our parents, didn't know, so they didn't teach us some of those things. And I came up doing the way I was doing it, and so I'm trying to learn, now play catch up. So I just definitely ordered your book, and I'm definitely going to be getting into it, and we'll talk about, I have you guide me in a couple of things after I read the book, and give me some suggestions.
Listen there, and really that's why it's called a wellness guide. It's it's not the end all, the be all. It's just a start to give ideas of. If you've never saved before, then yes, this will help. If you have saved before and you need some different ideas, then this is another thing. It's just a tool.
Well,
I think.
the last part of your book, the last part of your title is Guide to Financial Wellness. We talk about wellness a lot on this show. We talk about,
Mhm.
your physical wellness, you're eating healthy, you're exercising. We don't talk enough about the financial wellness. For our communities to be healthy, we also need financial wellness in our community. That is a very big
Yeah.
thing that we lack in some of our communities. We're always working on our bodies and our diets and, you know what I'm saying, and other things, but we don't think of financial wellness. And I love that you use those words, financial wellness. And we need financial wellness in our communities to heal for healthy communities.
Yeah.
That's part of good health. That's part of healthy,
It,
being healthy,
it is.
financial wellness.
Trust me, if I don't have any money, I'm sick. So
right, right.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right about that, brother.
that's the one thing. So it just has to be put out there. You know what I'm saying? It's something that has to be uh, prevalent in our community.
So,
There's
so
other communities that do this all.
uh,
Huh?
yeah. So one of our listeners, he's just been joking the whole time. He said, "I got a good book idea. How do I keep my buck out of the strip clubs?" Yeah, so that's Jack too. He's just having
Prioritize. Right.
he's just having
You
a good
guys
time.
diversify.
Exactly.
You can't spend it all on cinnamon. You gotta.
Right. Now I wanted to talk about what you just said about how the wellness, financial wellness, and your wellness as far as your food and your health and everything. You talked about eating out a lot, and you know, I started cooking more. First, I
Mhm.
changed to a partial plant based diet, and I ordered a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like a couple of days I was just like tired and I really didn't feel like cook, but I was just like, yo, I went down there and I threw something together real quick. You know what I mean? And I ended up saving money, and what I ate was way healthier than anything I was going to order. So you know what I'm saying? So that and you saving money, it also helps you in your wellness that way too.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I cook. I love to grill. Love seafood, and we went to Cheesecake Factory the other day, and the food is great by all means. But I looked at the bill and I'm like,
Yes.
I could have done so much more with this. I
Yeah.
said, I said I could have made the meal that's just as good for half the price of this, and then I would have been okay. But
And you would have had, and you might have had leftovers for the next day or two. You like to
for
take for
lunch,
lunch or yeah.
for lunch, man. So I'm gonna tell you what I did yesterday. Just because of that, I went and got some shrimp. I seasoned them up, and I just put them in the fridge and said, okay, well, they'll be nicely marinated, and I'll take care of those things tomorrow. And to be honest, that would be almost $100 meal if I went
Right,
out
Right.
and bought it. So,
right,
You know,
right.
you talked about another thing I've been doing lately, food prep, because I don't always have time. So sometimes I
right,
take that one day where I chop everything up and put it in bags and put it in the fridge and the freezer, and I separate everything. And sometimes you season whatever you let it marinate, whatever you're gonna do, and then that day when you're ready to do it, the next day you just pop it out, you put it in where however you cook it in or
yeah,
whatever, and it makes life a lot easier. And I found again saving money but and not having a lot of time. When you run your own business, you're working 24/7 a lot. So it's just like
and
that has been healthy for me too. Just taking that one day where I just do nothing but food prep. You know,
that will help you budget for the month also.
absolutely, and that's why I said, see how these things are tied in. You know what I'm
It
saying?
all
Like
ties.
Right,
I'm
It's like,
doing these
right.
okay,
things for my health, and I'm actually getting some financial wellness out of this too. So yes,
right, where you don't even think about it. Like, wow, okay, so I didn't spend $100 going out for one meal. I spent $100, and I had 2 weeks worth of food.
Right.
And you take you taking that one day to meal prep, and look at all these meal prep companies that are out there right now. They're
Yeah.
making millions
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
of meal preps of things that you can really do yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
I do
yet,
that. I used to buy the shredded carrots and the cut up this and the cut up. Man, I just sit there
yeah,
and one day and I just cut all that stuff up and I separate it and put it in different bags and freeze some of it until if I'm not gonna use it right away. And I save money on buying just the already cut up stuff, and it's probably healthier and there's no preservatives and stuff in there and whatever they doing to keep it on the shelf. Yeah.
yeah. I haven't gotten to that point. I'm still lazy. I don't like cutting stuff up, so I'll still buy it.
It's becoming therapeutic for me when you deal with politics and stuff like that and everything. Sitting one day, a couple hours at the table, it's therapeutic right now. It's like
Well,
it's
you,
good for my mental health right
you,
now.
you have to remember, I was an air traffic controller for 21 years. I know
Yes,
all
yes,
about
yeah,
it.
yes, 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 yes. So,
Nah, that's good. Yeah,
so,
man. Go ahead.
so I like what you're doing. Like I said, I brought your book. I encourage a lot of our listeners who are listening live or will listen to the video. A lot of people watch the video after the fact. Go to the website and we'll put it back on the screen or whatever. And buy this brother's book and check it out. And
Absolutely.
on the website, even the kids' book that you held up, that's also on the website. And I just
Right,
scanned
all
through it. And I'm
four.
sure, like, if all your communication people can communicate to you through the website, if they want to hire
Yeah,
you to bring you in and all that, they
they
just go to the
can.
website.
They
Yeah.
can just go to the website. There's places in there where it'll say book me to speak, whatever. If you need me, just put in the comments and someone will get back with you. If not that day, the very next day. Things have been extremely great the past couple of months. I Right now it's really traveling back and forth. Uh, like I said, I'm in St. Augustine, but I was in I was in Mountain Vernon on winter, and then had to come back and just what I do now, obviously, and I'll put that out there because we brought up the housing and economics. I am I work for Richmond American Homes, so I'm a sales site agent for a builder. So selling houses is what I do, and I understand the dynamic of our community and needing to own something, needing to own that house and how to do it. But here in Florida, there's things that are going on right now of how our the administration at hand is actually changing how the people that we have building houses are. It's actually being. It's going to be challenging. I'll use those
Less
words.
regulations, I think, right? Like there's less regulations on a lot of stuff.
It's not so. It's not so much the less regulation. What's going on? Uh, a lot of the people that are actually building the houses are the lot of the Latin community that we have that are doing our trusses and things of that nature. They're putting. Uh, I heard this earlier today that they're typically when we have people that are here, they're building stuff and then they send money back to their country. Well, they're starting to put regulations on that, and I I heard that earlier today.
I was watching the Daily Show. Jon Stewart, he was like, "Yo, how can you build America and you're trying to get rid of all the people who have the hammers in their hand? Like, you know, that do the building.
Listen,
How are you going to build
listen.
when you sending the people with the hammers in their hand back home? Like, how are you going to build America? Like,
Well, listen. If you take the minorities out, a salad's going to cost us $35. So
well,
it's
yeah,
just
who's going to pick that?
who's going to do the stuff, right? So that's really what it comes down to. So it's like, but at the same time, we just have to be mindful of where we're at and where we're going. So financial wellness is huge, and we just have to really just start. If we do it in a fun way, then the kids will actually enjoy it. They'll love it, and then the parents will be more inclined if they see their kid reading about finance. Then they like, oh, what you reading, what you doing, and the it's it'll be a legacy changing event. I
as
believe
as
that's
as
what.
as a father of a 35-year-old daughter, I have to say that there are things that I have learned now from my daughter. Because we weren't taught these things. I'm learning. It was our job to teach them. At some point, we start learning. If we open ourselves up, we can learn from them. There's some stuff. So what
Mhm.
you're saying is you teach the kids. It sometimes have a trickle up effect. Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah, it inspires you really. We always want our kids to do better than what we did,
absolutely.
so I challenge my children. I'm like, okay, I did this. What you gonna do? And it's not like we're not NBA or NBA players or football players where they're trying to not be in our shadow. They see us as the mentors and they want to emulate. So my goal is to actually really create a legacy for kids and that the parents would actually hop on board and we really take this to the next level.
Speak to our audience again. We're talking about financial wellness.
Mhm.
Everybody's getting into who's in the office right now and the presidency and what could happen and stuff. Financial wellness brings upon financial freedom that no matter who is in that office and what rules and stuff they decide to make, you can maneuver a whole lot easier when you have financial wellness and financial freedom. Speak about that.
So I do not own a corporation, and I don't have to worry about political regulations on something I don't own. 99% of us don't own. those type of corporations. So the last time I checked, either we had a Democratic president or a Republican president. It never affected my daily outcome. So me getting up in the morning and going to work didn't change because we had a Republican or Democratic president. Me putting money aside for myself, for my family, did not was not affected by who the president is or was. So we really have to get out of the mindset of, oh, this is so bad, or this person is bad, or this person is good. Stay out of the social media game and the hoopla of everybody saying, oh, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Take care of yourself and your family. And those things are going to be what's meaningful. Because if you spend half your day worrying about what politicians are doing, and hey, politics is politics. Last time I checked, politics is one tree. You have Democrats on one side, you have Republicans on the other, you got the liberals. Last time I checked, it's got the same root. So they're there for a reason. They have their own agendas. I have mine. My agenda is to take care of my family and the people that I'm around so I can be effective to help other people and not
And then
worry
you,
about the politics and stay there.
and then you can help build wealth and financial structure in your community. Once you got
Correct.
your family, and then you can start working on your community. And then as far as politics, one of the things me and Damon talk about, we of the people, we don't have political pacts. We support our candidates we like, we support them with our words, not our wallets. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but if we had the financial wellness, the financial freedom, we can then come together and put together a pack, and we see a candidate that does serve our interests, we can help partially fund their campaign, help get them in office. You know what I'm saying? Because they
And
represent our
because
interests.
but that goes back to the that voting every 2 years and not every 4 years. That goes back to voting for our congressmen and our governors, not just our every 4 years voting for the president.
And
And
our
you go,
mayors,
guess what?
and our
Mayors
city
are
council
huge.
people. Yeah.
Mayor, city councilman, low. The It's pretty funny. I go back about 2 3 years ago. Someone asked me to run for like a city council position here in Florida. I turned it down, but I was out to eat and I looked at my wife. I said, "I'm going to get up and ask those people." She said, "Don't embarrass me." I said, "Don't worry about it. I will." I literally went up to these people and asked them. I said, "Hey, do you know who your city councilman is?" And they looked at me and gave me that strange look. And they were white, right? And I asked them, I said, "Do you know who used to be the councilman?" And they looked and they said, "You?" I said, "No." And I laughed. I said, I said, "No, I'm not. But I just wanted to make a point that your city councilman, you should know who that is. They're for you. You're not for them. So it's not your fault that you don't know who your city councilman is. It's your city councilman's fault that they don't know that you don't know who they are." So that piece was eye opening because they don't. They're just getting paid and doing their meetings every other week, but not actually doing anything in the community. And so that's why uh, I did turn the position down because I don't want that part. I'd much rather help somebody in that part and then be that part.
Same here. Anything we didn't ask you about what you do, about your book, again, say your website, that you want to get out there. 'Cause I know sometimes you'll have questions, but then there's something you might want to talk about that we didn't ask you. So I want to give you a chance to do that.
Mm, well, I think we covered really everything that I had. The books that I have right now, the first edition, I can use the first Chanel book since I'm published, and then in May the new books are coming out from the actual publisher, and so they'll be everywhere. Uh, but we're turning the each book. Can I have a dollar is going to be first grade. Save my buck is going to be a second grade. Invest my buck is going to be third. Retire my buck is going to be for fourth grade. And then fifth grade, we're going to do a capstone of everything that they learned. So I'm pushing these books not just for reading books, but I'm going to be pushing these in our schools, starting with the charter schools because it's easier. Don't have to worry about too much bureaucracy with the public school system. But private schools and charter schools, and they start seeing how Buck Dollar is going to help their children learn about math and financial wellness, is what we're starting coming up for the new school year.
That's what's up. So, and having a publishing deal allows you to hire publicists and marketing people. You have other people. Um, like I guess
I,
you're working with Tracy Alexander.
I am
Yeah,
working with Tracy Alexander right
Tracy
now.
Alexander. Tracy Alexander, who's reached out to me, and I see the authors that she works with, and some of them are celebrities and athletes, and they're people who
Can,
they're not they're
can,
not they're not self-published people like me. Like they're not,
and
and that's my
and
and that's my and that's my cousin. Full disclosure, it's
so and to be honest, I'm very thankful. Tracy Alexander is awesome. I mean, she really is. Uh, for her to actually take me on and actually start helping to do what to push the ventures about dollar and the vision of financial literacy for children. She saw that, and yes, no, I'm not a celebrity. I am not in that realm, but I will say I'm not in that realm yet. It's coming because this is going to be something that's going to go from city to city, state to state, and we're getting it translated into Spanish, and uh, that's the next thing is everything's going to be translated in Spanish, and then I talked to one of my Asian friends, and we're going to actually do it in Mandarin. So it's
Wow,
it's
that's
coming.
dope.
It's coming.
and doing it in Spanish, even starting out doing it in Spanish is very important because that population is growing so exponentially,
Yes,
and some of them English is not their first language, and you know,
correct.
the more they are able to, you're showing everybody to how to empower themselves, and giving them
That's
financial wellness, and that's a
that's the
beautiful thing.
that's the that's the vision.
You gave me a new phrase I did not know that I'm going to incorporate in 2025. Financial wellness. That is my. I'm trying to do wellness, health, and wellness in all areas. And I'm adding financial wellness to that now. So that like I said, I brought your book. I brought your book,
And I
and I
won't
will.
charge you for that either.
Huh?
I
What you
said,
say?
and I won't charge you for that either.
I greatly appreciate it. I brought the book. I got your cell. So expect I'm gonna be picking your brain a little bit. Like So I really
So
appreciate
just so you know, and I'll let you because I do have some this spend some save some.
it.
That slogan is actually already copywritten, so I copywrote that phrase. So it's
That's
going to be on shirts. So spend some, save some. So you'll it's actually spend some, save some, so you'll always have some. That's the actual phrase,
mm,
and that's what we're going to have it on shirts. We're going to put on billboards. It's going to be in your face of why if you spend some, you'll save some, so you'll have some, and that's the plan.
now you just said something. So talk about why that's important. A lot of people in our community, we come up with an idea, we start a company, we come up with these catchy phrases, but we don't do what you just said, and then it gets reappropriated and everybody starts using it, and you're not making no money off of it. So talk about why would you what you just said you why that's important.
Intellectual property. It's you come up with an idea, you come up with a phrase, and then people start saying it, and you like it. Then it's important to actually you copyright it. So you can't trademark that, but you can copyright it. And then now you can act if you see that sign or your phrase somewhere, here comes the lawyer because you can't use that. And we have to be adamant of when we think of these things, God puts the stuff in us and we use it, and then we actually uh, you have to be able to take that and say, this is mine. It's ownership. We always like to give stuff away. And for example, I can tell you, my wife would probably laugh, but years ago, remember the 900 numbers that we had? Uh, so I had a 900 number. It was called the Average Joe Dating Line. It's hilarious. So people would call the line, and I would give them tips on how to pick up a girl, right? Just because you're the average Joe. Didn't think anything of it, had it for a little bit, and then it was gone and stopped it. Years later, a movie came out called Hitch.
Hitch.
Right.
I my my actual my my 900 number similar to what Hitch was doing. And then I looked at that and I said, I'll never let this happen again. Just because I had a really good idea, but I didn't have the know-how to actually go and present it to somebody or put it together. And then my wife looks back and said, well, don't let it happen again. And so now when I when spend some, save some, so you always have some, it was actually a very catchy thing. And then when I do my speaking engagements, I have people say that in the beginning and the end. So if nothing else, the kids will always remember spend some, save some, so I'll always have some. You get that in your head.
Yeah. And when you got a catchy enough slogan, it'll always come out on the bootleg T-shirt of the month, wherever.
You know,
What I mean?
hands down, hands down. I'm on this show right now. I expect to see this thing by next week somewhere.
Damon,
but,
any questions?
on
Any
my
last
purpose,
questions?
you got to
No, I'm good, man. Let us know when you always welcome to come on the show, brother. You know.
appreciate you. I definitely appreciate that. Once we get uh, the book actually published and everything's ready, that's expected to be somewhere around May timeframe. Then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
But we'll be in touch way before that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You're welcome to come on the show, man. We thank you for your information, and you could definitely come on the show and give a class to these people, man. We have a special day. You just come on and give the people a class on what they need to. Oh, where you go, man? What happened to them?
His video went out, but his audio's still there.
Audio's
Are you still there, my brother? Oh, his video went out. I don't know.
And the audio, the video's mute and the audio's mute.
Oh,
So let's just see if he come on.
Yeah, but I just want to say, it's important that, Tracy hit me a few times about doing the show, but and then Damon, we went down to Kerry's show. We met another financial dude down there. We need to have more of that, those kind of discussions in our community, because we don't have these discussions. We don't have these discussions, and like I said, we haven't really had nobody like since Rashad. Right. Since Rashad went to Earn Your Leisure and did that, we don't have we haven't had enough of those kind of conversations on the show. So I think this was very good, and I wish my brother well in his endeavors, and I thank him for coming on. Give him a minute or two, see if he comes back.
He's back. Oh, he's back.
Oh, not on the screen.
Yeah, the computer
okay.
just dropped. I'm back.
I don't hear.
Yeah. AJ hit the eject button.
yeah, I hear him. AJ, I hear him.
Yeah, I'm here. I see him.
Oh, it's my computer because I got it on. I got YouTube on my TV, and I just turned it on. I'm watching them. So, so I hear you, but it's still a black box on my computer, though. I don't know. It's my computer there.
Exactly. But brother, thank you, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for having a conversation, man. It's real great. And maybe we got to bring you on to talk about all these airlines dropping like flies all over the country, man.
That was just another. I I have my own opinion of kind of what happened because I was a tower supervisor, so
Wow.
I know what happens in air traffic control towers,
Right, right,
and I just I'm gonna leave it at that.
right,
There's a lot of and I always say this in any type of incident. It's never just one thing.
right,
It's never one reason why something happened.
right, right,
But,
right.
but I will say my retirement plaque that's behind me says 400 and my retirement plaque behind me says 445,000 non-incident hours. So out
Wow.
of no one
Bless.
died or got hurt while I was at work. So I think it was time for me to retire. Ooh.
Yeah, 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 man. All right, brother. I want to thank you, man, for coming on. If you want to give people your information again, if they any way they needed to contact you.
Yeah, the website. and everything.
Sure, it's real easy. It's Rich RICH Holly HOLLEY richaholly.com. And
Thank you, Rich. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate you. You're welcome to come on the show anytime, man. The doors is open for you, brother.
thank you,
Absolutely.
man. I appreciate you both.
Take care now. Yes, yes, yes. You know, as we are about to close out, yeah, it's 8:00. Yeah, as we're about to close out. Tomorrow, we're having that's what got me in trouble with Chris Dunner. And come on in the morning.
McDonough. Yeah, McDonough.
Whatever. Come on, 8 a.m. every Friday. Get a little bit of truth before they tell everybody the lies, and so you don't have to deal with the Afro circus.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro, polka dot, Afro.
So, hey, God bless you, brother Kenyatta. God bless you,
Yes,
man.
yes.
What you say? Yo, Jack always got something to say. This is like
This
good.
is like good times.
Damn, yo, oh Jack, you know I'm gonna get that. Damn, James. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that tonight too, and put it up here. Damn, James.
He said, play it again, Damon.
Oh, Afro Circus.
Da circus, da Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
That's how you feel dealing with some of these Negroes. That's how you feel, man. Dealing with some of these Negroes, Jack. You know, but hey, so anything else to
I want
say?
to thank our guests. I definitely want to thank our guests for coming on today.
Absolutely. Give them another round of applause.
And we need to do more. We need to do more. Nas. She said Afro Circus. Nas said the Afro Circus took me out.
I'm gonna get the damn, James. I'm getting ready to get that one.
What's up, my sister Nas? How are you doing, my sister? We got to catch up. And I didn't mean to reach out to you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We just haven't. We
need to do more financial literacy on the show. You know, like once a month, once every other month, or just we need to do more on that for our community, and uplifting our community as we teach them, civics and the political process and all the other things that we go through in the criminal justice system and all that. Did you set a date for the Mount Vernon NAACP? Do you want to say that date? Or
it's the 20th. I haven't sent her my headshot on my bio yet. I got to send her that either tonight or tomorrow.
And what will you be speaking on? Or did you know?
I'm just going to talk about Black history, Black law enforcement, community relations. That's it.
All right. So when we get the flyer, we make sure we promote it. We definitely promote it on here, so everybody come out and see you.
Yeah. I haven't spoken in Mount Vernon in a long time. Like just me standing there speaking. So I'm going to make sure I write my shit down because I don't want to get distracted.
Right.
I want to stay on message, right? And and me and Kathy talked. I'm transparent. I ain't attacking nobody. I'm being critical. I'm giving history of Black law enforcement and the Black community. But I told her, that we have to be very, very critical as a Black city after this DOJ report. It's embarrassing. We can't tell a white man Black Lives Matter and we're not valuing Black lives, in our own city government. It's no excuse. It's unacceptable. And I'm going to say that on the 20th. And I don't care if anybody feel it, but I'm going to say it on the 20th. And I had to, and we talked, brother, because I told her, I said, look, I come from a law enforcement family. I did 33 years with honor. With only one write-up. One write-up. And then I had to settle this other thing because I was just coming in late, and it took a couple of days. But other than that, I was under no discipline, no crazy. I carried myself correctly for 33 years. And I didn't get that write up till about the 29th year because I didn't know how to work a camera, and I messed. You know how you go to response. So
right.
I never was trained on the camera. So they said, Jones, grab the camera. So I grabbed the camera, and it was this little cheap-ass camera. The camera's like this big. So when I grabbed it and I moved my pinky, I hit the zoom. So it went straight to the officer's back, right? And it's like, you can see the hairs on his neck. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm trying to pull the motherfucker out. And you ain't supposed to talk, right?
Right.
It just zoomed on his neck. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? You know, and I'm trying to get the thing, right? So first they was gonna write me up. I said, you can't write me up because I was never trained on the camera. Y'all told me to grab the camera. I grabbed the camera. I said, you know, and it was like, you don't have to be trained on the camera. I was like, yo, dude, I have expensive cameras. I ain't never seen no cheap camera like that before in my life. I don't know where the hell y'all got this camera from. So it went back and forth. So they ended up training people on the camera because you can't write me up for using equipment if I do it wrong and I wasn't trained. I'm not stupid. I've been there too long. So so she gave me a verbal, you know, and they have to write it, but it's just a verbal, you know. So I took it, you know, because I didn't want to get the sergeant in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because she got screamed at, and then she, you know, and she went to bat, you know, and they was like, well, just give him a verbal. Just give him a verbal. So you're talking about over 33 years, man.
And the only other thing, the other part I can attest to, because I don't know how many nights I've been like, oh shit, he's late. He was speeding down the highway on the phone with me. So I know he was going in late.
Dude, I was crazy late, bro. I know they was yo, let me tell you, man, I hit the commissioner about something. The dude ain't even answer the question. He just asked me, yo, when are you retiring? I was like, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm out of here. Like, everybody wanted to know when I was retiring, right? You know, and I'm like, yo, 2 weeks, I'm out of here, man. You know, I think my man Mayat, I think Sekou Mayat, I think he's up there now. And I hope so, man. He texted me, I gotta reach out to him. You know, maybe they need a civilian a liaison or some shit to go up there in corrections. You know.
I just wanted to put that back so everybody see the website from my man. I forgot to type it in earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So check out Black Westchester. Check out Black Westchester. We got some new articles up. I got an article up on the importance that black people need to start eating more salads, man. Get some greens. Get some greens in your diet. And the best way to do it is good salads. We have to change our relationship to food, black folks, because if whatever side of the aisle that you're on, Democrats or Republicans, if you watch the confirmation here on RFK, we are sick-ass people. We are sick-ass people. And these medical and these pharmaceutical companies, the medical mafia, is just pimping us drugs like crazy. So I think, you know, we really need to focus on our health and wellness in 2025, you know, but check out Black Westchester. I talk about that and the importance of eating salads. You know, 3, 4, if you don't eat a salad every day, you need to eat a salad, at least a good salad 3 days a week. You know, my mechanic, I was talking to him up here, and he never ate salads. I said, dude, you're bugging. That's why you're getting sick. So he started eating fruits and vegetables, man. He said he would just eat meat and potatoes. I said, you can't do that. So he started eating apples and fruits and all that, and he was like, dude, I go to the bathroom every day. I said, now you're getting healthier, man, because you're getting that stuff out of your system.
Absolutely. If anybody who follows me on Instagram, you see Mr. AJ Woodson. You see, I always post my latest salads or my little pasta dish with the vegetables and stuff in there.
Yeah.
I'm always posting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I send a picture to Damon. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little more cooking in my journey to a healthier me, and you know, partial plant based diet, and I feel the difference, and other people are noticing the difference in me too. I feel
No,
I have more energy, and you know, I feel the difference. You know, now I'm going to take it up to the next notch. Had other people ask me. I think actually Cookie asked me on one of the things. She was like, "Is that plant? Is that all vegetable? That plant? Did you make that?" I was like, "Yeah." So I've been posting it and conversating with everybody. You know, who
right.
asks about what I'm. So, you know that, and it's encouragement too when people be like, "Oh, that looks good." You know,
Well,
I,
tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we were supposed to start.
well, I thought we were supposed to start on the first.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's the 28 day. It's the
yeah,
28
yeah.
day.
Well, I started, but we were supposed to talk about it tomorrow. I know Tasha
Oh.
probably ain't started. So, do I have a?
She said.
I'm
She said I did. It looked good. She talking about the stuff I be posting.
so if y'all want to, let me see if I can find a little flyer, man. I did a little flyer for it. I can't. Let me see. Where the hell is
Well,
it? Oh,
shoot, I'm
here you
craving
go.
that shrimp salad that you used from our spot now. I remember?
Oh, you talking about Anthony's?
Oh, she might be talking about Anthony's. We went up
Ooh,
to Anthony's.
ooh,
She might be talking
ooh.
about.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I said that. Now I said
Oh,
that.
absolutely, absolutely. So, I'm trying to bring it in, trying to bring this in right now.
That's tomorrow. What you're seeing in the screen. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Jamal Bowman is tomorrow. Media files. I thought I had it, but maybe I don't. So, people that's watching all of Black History Month. So we're about to. Well, that's about it, man. That's about
That's it.
it.
That's it. Check out the website. Again, early voting started yesterday, Saturday. Uh, February 1st runs all the way to February 9th. If you go to Black Westchester on the post about the Westchester County exec race, all of the dates and times of all the polling places are there. And if you don't remember, you could also go to the Board of Election, Westchester County Board of Election website, and they have all your questions: where you vote, what time you can vote, who can vote, everything you need to know is on the website. So make sure you do that. And the election is actually the election day is Tuesday, February 11th. This is for the special election for the remainder of George Latimer's county exec seat to December 31st. So important race. We talk about what's going on the national level. We complain about all that. We need to make sure we are involved in our local levels. And county exec is a big race. It's like we told you before, DA race is another big race. These are the things we complain about. We gotta be part of the process. So go out, get out, vote. Make it happen. And check blackwestchester.com. All the stories, everything we talked about is up there. And all the new content will be there. We usually try to update it every day or every other day. That's it, man.
Yeah, that's it. See y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. for Elevation Nation. But
no, I said yes tomorrow. Yeah.
Elevation Nation with Tasha Young. See y'all guys tomorrow. Tune in with special guest Jamal Bowman and Peace. We are out of here. We're out of here.
From the streets of the 914 to the pinnacle of journalism, AJ Woodson's journey is legendary. As a founding member of hip-hop legendary group JVC Force, he lived hip-hop. Now, as editor-in-chief of Black Westchester Magazine, experience his groundbreaking trilogy, We Got Our Own Thing, the untold story of hip-hop from Westchester County. Black Westchester celebrates Black women. Black Westchester, the origin story. The raw, unfiltered memoir of how faith and determination created a voice for the voiceless. 3 books, one incredible journey. From hip-hop pioneer to community voice, AJ Woodson stories need to be on your shelf. All books available on Amazon or contact Black Westchester Magazine for your copy.
The best you will find. Living in CI, who the hell am I? AJ rock the juice, I get fly. Cool with the riffing guy, keep a handle. Cause if you don't, I wax it down like a candle.
Don't miss Damon K. Jones's revolutionary approach to total wellness. His complete wellness collection, 4 transformative books that have changed thousands of lives. Drawing from years of expertise, Damon guides you through emotional eating, clean living, and the proven 6 pillars of lasting health. Experience his 28-day challenge, which helps people nationwide discover their best selves. Or his groundbreaking book, The Empowering Benefits of Detoxing, Cleansing, and Eating Clean, will help you re-energize and refocus on your health, wellness, and mental clarity. Join the wellness revolution. Get this life-changing collection for only $65. Go to DamonKJones.com for this special offer, and let's make health and wellness the new black.
This holiday season, give the gift of health at unbeatable prices.
This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents The People Before Politics show, the news with the black point of view.
$22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare.